Hvad? Nej.
There's a thing called a double nick. You heard of a double nick? That's a double nick. Two tears. In a moment, one card's going to go from here to here and vice versa. Two cards basically swapping places. Tear this up. Alicia, you said you can't shuffle cards, or you can shuffle cards? Give these a little shuffle up for me then. Mix them up as best you can. Just write something on there for me. Anything you want on there? Slowly open your hand. Sort of focus on the sensation for me. And then just...
What the fuck, you shoot? What's the beat? You said something? Yeah. You know? Something.
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
All right.
So, some pretty bold claims there. And their opinion, of course, my opinion, and this trailer is going to be something very different. It's going to be telling you, openly and honestly, why I believe those 10 claims to be true. Starting with the first claim on the list, that Beyond Reform is the best torn and restored card ever.
Really? What's the matter with you?
I love torn and restored cards.
I love you.
I've studied them for years and years. I've won 3 FISM awards doing different versions of torn and restored. A couple of years ago, I released D4M, which I thought was the perfect torn and restored card. I was delighted with it.
Hooray!
I got lots of emails and calls from really famous, respected magicians congratulating me on the trick. It got rave reviews.
I love this. It was quirky and fun.
Everyone said what a beautiful giveaway it was.
It's a really awesome giveaway.
Although it was a little bit technical.
Maybe you might try a basic torn and restored for beginners before you advanced to this.
Then came a lesson in humility. I was working on a simplified version of D4M, and I went to Blackpool to the Blackpool Magic Convention, and a young guy came up to me called Elliot Gerard. He said, I perform your torn and restored card, but I do it differently. Can I show you? Here we go. As a creator, you're always getting people coming up to you telling you how they've improved your trick.
Stop the presses!
Tricks that you spent years mastering before release. You'd be polite and humour them, but most of the time, it can be a chore.
Oh!
Not this time. What Elliot showed me absolutely blew me away. I couldn't believe that I hadn't thought of it. I walked away from that meeting with Elliot thinking this is the greatest torn and restored card trick I've ever seen.
I am the greatest.
And I stand by that opinion. For me, in that moment, it was the greatest torn and restored card I'd ever seen. And the next 9 reasons are going to explain exactly why. I love torn and restored cards. My only issue is, there's no real logical reason for doing it.
Huh?
Until now.
Hooray!
Creating this impossible moment gives you the reason for tearing the card up. You're not tearing it up just for the sake of it. Now there's a reason to tear it up, and a reason for restoring it.
Come on!
There are some handlings for Beyond Reform that are just so simple. There's very minimal moves. There's nothing really to cover. Any beginner can easily do it.
Aww.
And you can tear very openly, very cleanly, with nothing else in the hands. The routining really does do 90% of the work for you. And other than just sticking the pieces in a change bag, I don't think it gets much simpler.
Awesome!
This is so convincing because of the open, clean tear. Hear of a double nick? That's a double nick. 2 tears. As you're signing each piece, you can clearly see the torn edges. You write your name on a piece. Then you can write your name on this final piece. And even after the restoration, it looks exactly like it would if it had been done for real. Getting these 4 signatures on this card make it the most inclusive torn and restored ever. You get to involve different people and bring them into the trick. You can put your name on one as well.
Cool!
Not only is it a beautiful looking piece of art, the routine really helps to build to create a special memory.
Surprise!
I've been performing with these cards for years, and nobody sees this restoration coming.
Oh my god!
Wow! Happy hoppin' hornets!
The first card restoration signed by 4 different people? I think it is.
Awesome!
Why would I get this? I already do a great torn and restored card. Beyond Reform is the greatest kicker to the routine you already do. A big shout out to Mark Elsden for this idea. It's genius.
I am a super genius!
I already performed Guy Hollingworth's Reformation. It's a beautiful torn and restored card, and when I'd finished I'd give it them as a souvenir, but it ain't a great souvenir. You could take that card home and show your friends, tell the magician that he tore it up and put it back together, and you know what? They won't believe you, because it's just a card put back together. With Beyond Reform you can now take that card back, very openly tear it up again and restore it in the most unique way possible, in a way that proves to any doubters that that card was torn and restored. That way when you show them the card, there's no way that they can doubt that it's been torn up and put back together, and you get to keep that as a little souvenir. The whole routine is designed to create a memory, and the card is a treasured keepsake of that memory. So that's it. Those are the 10 claims. I think they're all true, but it's up to you to decide. Just some other little points. This can be done with any named picture card, and you pluck it straight out of the deck. It comes with handling tips and routines from me, and most importantly from Elliot himself. I love it, and I know you're going to love it too. It's torn and restored card, it's anniversary waltz, it's a treasured keepsake, all rolled into one incredible, memorable trick. This is Beyond Reform. There's a thing called a double nick. You heard of a double nick? That's a double nick. 2 tears.
In a moment, one card's going to go from here to here and vice versa. 2 cards basically swapping places.
Tear this up. Alicia, you said you can't shuffle cards, or you can shuffle cards? Give these a little shuffle up for me then. Mix them up as best you can.
Just write something on there for me. Anything you want on there?
Slowly open your hand.
Focus on the sensation for me. And then just...
What the fuck, dude? What's the beat? He said something. Yeah. You know?
So that mixes them together, but what's your name for me?
Nico.
Nico, if you could slide any card out.
One card?
One.
Just
one. So, if you could, turn it over. Let everyone see the card. At this point, the 9 of clubs. We're going to be using 2 cards, so it's important that you remember what both cards are and where they are. So, for now, if you could for me, Nico, place your hand out. I'll place your hand on top of that card for me. Same thing applies. If you could for me, what's your name?
Philip.
Philip, tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Here. So, Philip, your card is the Jack of clubs. 9 of clubs, Jack of clubs. If you could for me, place your hand on top. Now, the idea is this. The reason I got you to select 2 different cards from 2 different places is so that those 2 cards don't come in contact with each other. Because if they do, it would be a lot easier to sort of swap them around or do something funny with them. So, that being said, in a moment, 1 card's going to go from here to here and vice versa. 2 cards basically swapping places. So, if you could for me, just kind of keep a firm pressure. Slowly raise the hand. Turn it over. If you could, yeah. Okay. There we go. Turn it over. So now at this point, if those 2 cards change places just by their identity, it's interesting, but there is a step further we can take with this. So for instance, if I take the card and I tear it down the middle, now we tear it again. That way, we have to change the form of the object and its identity. Could you just place your hand on top of those pieces like this? And I'll also keep this card face up so you see the moment it happens. If you watch, it goes from here to here. From there to there. Hopefully, if you lift your hand up, check those pieces. So at this point, I'm actually going to get each one of you to sort of think of something. So it could be a name, a date, a symbol. How about this? I'll go with you you 3, and then if you could help me as well. So could you take this pen? I'm going to get you to write a name, a date, a symbol, anything you want. Something that means something to you. It's up to you. Just write something on there for me.
Are you finished with these? Yes. Yes.
Anything you want. A name, a date, a symbol. Yeah? If you could, same thing again. Anything you want on that. Same thing, just anything you want. Now, pass the pen over. Same thing with yourself, anything you want. Now at this point, could you wring your hand out for me? Place it in the middle of the table. Raise it up a slight bit. Squeeze onto those and turn the hand over like this. Now, raise it up just about here. Yeah? At this point, the idea is this. We had 4 pieces signed. However, if any of those go missing, or let's say a piece was sort of not what it looked like, you know exactly what you drew, and if any of those went missing, you'd know instantly. Yeah. So with that being said, those 4 pieces are going to come back together inside of your hand, folding over themselves, sort of fusing at their edges to become a single card again. So all 4 of them kind of coming together. Okay? Just keep the hand still for me. Start to move. Whether you feel it heat up, whether it digs into the skin, anything you want, just sort of focus on the sensation for me. And then just...
Det gør der ikke, det kan der ikke. Hvad? Nej. Nej. Hvad står der? Anne? Bang. Hvad har du skrevet på? Bam. Nej. Hvad er det der? What the fuck, det er sygt. Også fordi, at de er sat sammen. Ja. Det er det. Er du sammen med dem? Amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate
That's
it.
amazing.
Rachel, just point to a card for me, Rachel. Just grab one. Take it out. Is it the King of Hearts? Yeah, you see? That's one way of cheating. One way of cheating is to make you pick the card that I want you to pick. It's how they do it. Look, I'll show you another way. Look, I'll just cut off little packets like this. Anytime you like, you say stop. Before I get to the bottom, if you will. It's alright. Look, just as I ripple down, just say stop.
Stop.
Take a look. Have a look. Did you find the King of Hearts?
Yes.
Excellent, well done you. So I'll show you. Have you heard of card counting? There's a way of counting cards. You heard of that? Give me a number. 2. Any reason for 2?
My favourite number.
Your favourite number. Okay, so we're just going to count down 2 cards. 1, 2. King of Hearts. Perfect. Exactly what we're after. There are other ways of cheating. Have you heard of marking a card? You heard of a marked card? You heard of marking a card? What you do, there's a crimp. A little crimp is a bend. You heard of a crimp? Yeah, a little bend. You can make them. It's getting a bit old over there. The eyes aren't what they were. So there's a little bend in the card there. That's called a crimp. There's a thing called a double crimp, which is 2 bends in the card. That's a double crimp. Now you'd be able to spot that and you would know that that was the king. There's another way of marking a card called a nick. You heard of a nick? Yep. A nick is a little tear. Yep. See the little tear? Yep. There's a little tear in the card. You would know that that was your card because there's a little tear in it. There's a thing called a double nick. You heard of a double nick? That's a double nick. 2 tears. Your name, sorry, was?
Rachel.
How are you at shuffling cards, Rachel?
Not the best.
Excellent. Mix them up for me then. We'll give you a starter pack. Perfect. Frazzled? Me too. I'll tell you what, let's put my name on one card. One way of marking a card is to put a mark on it. A physical mark. So I'll put my name on it, Matt. There you go. You can put your mark on one. Put your name on there. Do you want to put yours on one? Go on, you can have a piece as well.
Go on, my Evie.
Go on, Evie. Not on this one there? There you go. I think that one's got a piece. Yeah, that's got my name on already. And you can put your name on one as well.
Hey, Abby.
Okay, Rachel, we started this with you, so we'll finish with you. Hold your hand out for me. Take the pieces and close your hand around it. I'll take the pen. You said if that goes back together, you'd be amazed, right? That's what you're going to... Oh. Right, I don't know if I'm that committed now. Right, just concentrate on feel them fusing together. You can feel them getting warmer in your hand. Just getting warmer piece by piece. Can you feel it getting a little bit warmer? You should be able to feel just a little bit of movement.
Okay.
Just a little bit of movement. Open your hand. Almost.
No. What the hell? Right.
You get to keep that as a little souvenir.
Thank you.
There we go.
Thank you.
Just point to a card.
Point.
Yeah, take it out. It's alright, I can see it. That's alright. It's cool. We're going to make a little souvenir of this moment. It's quite a special moment we've got here. I'm going to tear this up. Alicia, you said you can't shuffle cards, or you can shuffle cards?
Can.
Give these a little shuffle up for me then. Mix them up as best you can. Perfect. Let's have a look. I'm going to write my name on this piece here.
Yeah.
You take the pen. Yeah. You write your name on a piece. Write your name on this piece. Oh, on that piece there. That one's already got a name. Yeah. You write your name on there. Pass the pen. You write your name on a piece. Then you can write your name on this final piece. Put the top back on the pen for me. Alicia, you hold out your hand. I'm going to put those pieces in here. Now, if a magician tore up a card, what would you expect him to do with the pieces? Put them back together or something, yeah? But if I gave you that card all put back together and you told your friends about it, they'd be like, no, it's just a card put back together. So we're going to make something special that there's no doubt that they'll know that you tore it up, and then we put it back together, okay? So just concentrate on the card it's fusing. But I want you in your mind just to start turning the pieces upside down and inside out. So instead of all being one way, you start to turn some pieces one way and some pieces the other way. You done it? You feel them? You feel them getting warmer? They're fusing. They're fusing together in your hands. Upside down and inside out. Slowly open your hand.
Oh my god! Oh, wow!
You must have magic powers.
Patrick, take a look at one card and remember it for me, Patrick. Right, okay. You got one? Yeah? Whatever card you're thinking of right now, just say it out loud, like Queen of Clubs. Ready? Name the card.
Actually, Queen of Clubs.
No way. Good start. It's not the best part of the trick, but it was a good start. You can tell it's not the best bit because nobody clapped. Just point to one. Take it out.
Yep.
Yeah, take it. Did you get Queen of Clubs? Did you find it? Did you get it? Pretty good. Pretty good. That was just a free choice, yeah? You could have gone for any card. Yeah. You chose that one. All right, let's have a look. What's your name?
Matt.
Matt. Now, good name.
Yes.
Proper name, that. How are you at shuffling cards, Matt?
All right.
Well, I'll give you a starter pack. You shuffle them up. Perfect. Yeah. Well, you tell me when it's your shuffle, innit? If you're happy, I'm happy. Yeah. I'll sign a bit here. Take the pen. You sign that bit.
That bit?
Yeah. Perfect. You sign a bit. And your name is? Ben. Go on, you sign a little bit as well, Ben. Right, what was your name?
Carl.
Oh, you hold on to the pen. You hold on to the pieces. Close your hand around it. There's a top on there, Carl. You're going to get a pen all over your thumb. Right, 4 pieces. If I were a magician and you tore up a card, what were you expecting to do with them 4 pieces?
Put it back together.
Put it back together, exactly. And then you could take it home, show your friends, say, the magician tore this up and put it back together. And you know what? They wouldn't believe you. Because it's just a card back together. So we'll do it a bit different. Just concentrate on them joining together. You feel it getting warmer at least?
I don't know.
Right. Open your hand.
No, we're not having that.
Some sticky hands. I don't want to know what you've been doing with them.